Hello, today I'm here to inform you about a hobby that I have, a hobby in graphic design. This hobby that I have taken on not only can get you noticed, but it can also make you money, and money is great for everybody. Money is always great. This hobby is great to have if you're into creativity, and also if you have an open mind. Because having an open mind, and you don't have creativity. If you don't have creativity, then this isn't for you. So having an open mind to creativity is always good. There isn't just one, but a variety of ways to apply this hobby, from paper to the computer. For those steady-handed people, sketchbooks, painting, things that you can use to draw on, it's a way to get your brain pumping, get ideas going through your head, which I have an example right here of my drawing skills. This is a heart that I drew, well, sketched. I found it on Google, and it also applies to a form of design. Drawing, sketching, shading, painting, anything of the sort. It's artsy. It's part of what graphic design is all about. Whenever you start graphic design, this is your drawing board, and then you can take it onto the computer. For the computer designers, if you go straight to the computer without even drawing, there's a numerous amount of programs that can be used in design. For example, Photoshop. Photoshop, you can edit photos, you can apply filters to photos, you can put crazy things in photos, you can take people out of photos and put them in places that they never were. It's a great program to work with, and it also gets your mind thinking of many different things that you can do with just one photo. I've created a numerous amount of things with Photoshop alone, and it's kind of tricky in the beginning, but once you get used to it, Photoshop is like your best friend. Another good program for those computer people is Illustrator. Now, Illustrator is different from Photoshop. It's different base. There's raster based and vector based. And Illustrator is good with making posters and banners and ads for those websites like Facebook and stuff like that. Google ads. All those kind of different things. You can use Illustrator for that. You can make shapes, you can create animals, you can create people even. You can make labels and many different things. There's also, if you don't have those kind of programs, there's Paint. Paint is on pretty much every computer. Designing can stretch as far as creating websites, to editing video, to creating simple clips like animation clips. There's a program for that called Flash, and Flash helps you put different pictures and shapes, and you can create little animations. You can create like 30-second ads for like commercials and stuff like that. I've actually had to create a couple ads myself for one of my classes. Flash is fairly difficult to work with in my opinion, but it's taught me how to use the tools and stuff. Programs like Premiere helps you with video editing, and video editing is pretty easy. It just depends on who it is that you're like, depends on who is working with what program. Like for me, my personal view, Premiere was pretty easy, and it's basically taking clips of different footage that you've taken. You can combine them together. You can take the sound of one clip and just apply it to all of them. There's a lot of different things you can work with in Premiere. After Effects is another program that you work with, and it's kind of like Premiere, but it's like Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere all in one program. For me, it's a lot more difficult, but I've had to take a class on that too. So I've taken classes that have helped me broaden my skills so that I can do more with my hobby than just the basic things, like just basic drawing and editing and stuff like that. And I believe that if you have that imagination, and you would love to design, just like I love to design, and designing just pretty much applies to everything. So tell me, how do you feel about design? Let me know.